Yeah. Oh, we a little late today, but that's because I wanted to make sure we had a really good episode, man. We're going to talk about war in Iran. You know, Nima's here. We got Nima commentary, tells us what's happening from the ground. We're going to talk about getting some money. We're going to talk about building your muscle, money, mindset. You know what it is. Let's get into it. Yeah. You know what it is. Welcome to another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. This is episode 281. We've been doing this shit for a long time. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, the king of ketosis, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio, the Southside Savior. And I'm not alone. I'm also here with the full stack video guy, the man from Iran, the beast from the Middle East, the homie Nima. What's up, homie? What's up, player?
Good. Just following the news. A lot happening.
Following news, man. Your crew's still out in Iran, right?
Yes.
Your whole family?
Yeah, the whole family.
Oh shit! How they doing, man? They chilling?
They're doing good. It's just there's no internet.
There's no internet.
Cut it down. Yeah.
Oh, they in the 90s over there.
I mean, we typically have it, but the government just blocks it.
The government blocked it?
Yeah.
They
shut down the internet.
Oh.
So they have intranet, which is the access to the networks inside the government. Whenever they are doing massacre, like shit like now, they just cut it down so people cannot communicate and share on social media what's going on.
Oh, yeah, because that's what happened. I remember maybe in the 2010s, that's what happened in Egypt. Remember when they it was called the Arab Summer, and then motherfuckers was on social media and shit, and they organized like a rally and like did some shit.
That's how they do it.
Damn, man. I thought they killed the leader. All right, we're gonna dig into it, man. We're gonna dig into it. Your family safe?
They're safe, yeah.
That's good, man. Hey, man, shout out to Nima's family. They safe. They ain't watching this. We know that. But our prayers go out to them, man, and everybody in the region. All right. So shout out to you and your family. We also here. It's not just me and Nima. Nima's not a refugee. He immigrated here a long time ago. He got out while the getting was good. We also got the sexiest, finest, fattest ass, big titted podcast comment moderator, Minovia, DJ Chiquita Grande. What up? I don't have my sound effects right here, yeah. But yo, that's my girl. What she gonna be doing? Is she gonna be monitoring the chat? Anybody get out of line, they gonna get banned, banished, exiled indefinitely. I won't even see it happen. You know what I'm saying? Also, she's gonna be reading your super chats. All right. So if you've longed for a big booty and big titted Latina to ever read the words you say, leave a super chat. We'll make that dream come true for you. All right. Before we get into today's episode, we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. Before we get into it, we got two sponsors, Nima.
You got two?
Yeah, we got two, man.
It took a while.
Yeah, the first sponsor is OPEC. No, I'm just joking. Finally, man, they start fucking with some real shit. Nah, OPEC, they ain't reached out yet. They ain't reached out yet. The first sponsor is me. I got an ebook called it's called the 7-Day AI Action Plan for Online Trainers. If you've longed for the day you can start or grow your online fitness business. I'm gonna show you how to do that and show you how to use AI to expedite your growth, to expedite your balling. All right, take it to the next level. I'm gonna show you how to utilize AI in order to grow your following. Show you how to use AI to actually get more leads so you can get more online training clients. And we're gonna show you how to train these fat boys using AI so you save more time and help them get amazing results. The link is in the description. It's 100% free. All right. Click on that, download it. Your bank account and your future offspring will thank you for it. All right, speaking of future offspring, we got another sponsor. All right, so this is the product. I'm gonna be honest with you. We wanted to have it out. We wanted to have this out by this month. We thought we were gonna have it out this month, but Trump started the war in Iran, and that's where a lot of our manufacturing was taking place. Nima went to Iran. We had Iranian scientists working on this, and but we think we can have it out by St. Patrick's Day parade. A little bit of delays, but thought repellent. Thought repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away. Okay. Here's the thing. Once you start watching this podcast for any significant amount of time and you start implementing the strategic advice that I give you, what's going to happen is a few things going to happen. One, you're going to get in amazing shape, right? You're going to be ripped, shredded, and strong, and you're going to make a lot more money. And once you have those two things, then you'll be in this Goldilocks zone where bitches throw themselves at you. Like right now, you're trying to rizz up girls, you watching pickup guys, but when you're in amazing shape and you're rich, like bitches come to you. Your dream girl is gonna be like watching videos on how she can get a motherfucker like you. All right. Ask me how I know. You know what I'm saying? And long time ago, before I got my girlfriend, I don't even see no other women in Miami. I heard they exist, but I ain't seen them. Nima, you ain't seen them either, right?
Nope.
I haven't. People say, "Oh, there's so many women in Miami." I ain't seen none, right? But I only see one woman. Thought repellent is gonna keep you safe though when these hoes start throwing themselves at you, because not all these women are good women. Yeah. Contrary to what you may have heard when you was watching The View, some of these bitches are bad. Some of them are thoughts, and this has been genetically engineered to only repel thoughts, hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebel, scallywags, and hood rats. All right. Regular women are going to smell and be like, "Oh man, what's that aroma? You smell amazing." But thoughts, they might go into a convulsion. In some of the trials, some of them had seizures. We saw some spontaneous vomiting, but they won't be able to get close to you. It repels thoughts. All right. And we think we can have this out by St. Patrick's Day parade. All right. That's the goal, by the St. Patrick's Day parade. But we need your help. All your super chats go towards development of thought repellent. We already got the formula down, and we want to have this in stores or at least online, by St. Patrick's Day parade. But we need your super chats. All your super chats go toward development of this. All right. I think one of the heroes have already contributed to the fund. Let's see.
We have DJ Rio Leonardo.
Yeah.
That's a very long DJ name. Yo, BBC, I've been creating fire beats with Suno and took your DJ name idea.
Okay. No, hey. DJ Real Leonardo, man. He's making AI beats. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Shout out to him, man. Glad I can help, Leonardo. Hey, speaking of thought repellent, real quick, before we get into what we want to talk about today, I just want to ask you guys, can we set up a poll real quick? Okay, the poll is going to be, would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter? I know what I would pick, but I want to know what you guys would pick. A thought daughter or a gay son? What do you guys think? Let's say those are your options. Gun to your head. You got to pick one. Thought daughter or gay son. What are you going to pick? I just want to know where your guys' heads are at if we're all on the same page. I think there is a right answer to this question. But is the poll is up? Let's see what they say.
Poll is up.
Let's see what they say. Thought daughter or gay son? Which one do you pick? Can you say gay son on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, gay son. A gay son is a gay son. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. Hey, man, if they try to fucking give us a strike for that, they're saying that a gay son is bad, not us.
Exactly.
That they're the one being homophobic. All right, man. Thought daughter is in the lead. Thought daughter has a commanding lead. Gay son is trying to catch up. But it looks like the verdict is in. 64% of y'all say thought daughter. 67%, 6-7. We're going to end it right there. 6-7% of y'all say thought daughter. You guys are all wrong, man. It's got to be gay son. Just hear me out. The reason I thought about this, because right before we started this, my girl showed me some shit that was posted on Complex's Instagram. All right. And it was this 9-year-old kid. And he was like a fashion designer. And he had like mad fucking fashion. He was doing mad fashion shows. He was killing that shit. Right? Imagine, you think about the industries that all the fashion designers, all the brands you like, the designer shit, the motherfuckers designing that shit is somebody's gay son. Straight up. Somebody's gay son designed that shit. When you think about all this shit in the world that's like beautiful, pause, right? Just put a big pause on this in the beginning and the end of this, right? But it's mostly men who design these things, You think it's straight, motherfuckers? Like, if it was us designing shit, everything would be gray and look like Roblox, right? Somebody's gay son is out here making the dope shit. Am I being weird? Like, I feel like this is legit. If you rocking some dope shit, I promise you, anytime you putting that shit on, some fire clothes, I promise you, somebody's gay son designed that shit. I promise. I know, because I used to be a male model. Pause. But I was on cover of magazines and I saw everybody behind the scenes. It was all somebody's gay son. All of them. Everybody in charge was a gay son of somebody. Now contrast that with thought daughters. The fuck have they contributed to? You know what I'm saying? Like, what dope shit has somebody's thought daughter ever did? Think about it, man. You guys all picked wrong. Gay, as long as it's not like it's just a fruity for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be sitting around fruity and working and being an accountant. Like a gay, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a gay accountant. I'm like, oh man, you wasting the gay. You should have used that. You should be a motherfucking fashion designer or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Are you feeling me? Is this making sense to you? I know both of them are haram. In Iran, you get stoned for either one of those.
Either one, yeah.
Either one of those is gonna get you stoned.
Yep. I rather gay son.
Yeah.
If I really have to pick one.
If you have to pick.
Yeah, you have.
I mean, neither is ideal.
Yeah, I would pick the gay son.
Yeah. You guys are wrong, man. You're not thinking right. Because the thought daughter ain't gonna do no dope shit.
Dope shit.
She ain't gonna do no dope shit. But the gay son, man, he might fuck around and like he might fuck around and do some dope shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
It says, the comment says, Dolce Gabbana son versus the Bonnie Blue daughter.
Yeah. Imagine if your daughter was Bonnie Blue. Yo, come on, man. Now my girl is typing right now. What if she's on OF and makes like 30 mil a year? Listen, I'm talking about contribution to society, making the world better, man. Somebody's gay son made all the dope shit. Yo, made all the fucking dope shit. I got a closet full of motherfucking designer shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gay son designed that shit, 100%. But Bonnie Blue, all she did. Yo, man. What would you be more embarrassed by? Your gay son who became the head designer at fucking Dolce and Gabbana, or your OnlyFans daughter? Which one would be more embarrassing? You know? Think about this. Really think about that. Which one would make you want to fucking shoot yourself? One of them is going to make you want to shoot yourself. The other one, you'll be like, he figured it out. He figured out how to optimize his gayness. You feel me? You guys are wrong. I hope I enlightened you. All right. Hey, man. Before Greg get on here, let's talk about let's talk about Iran. So the U.S. in conjunction with Israel has started bombing Iran. And I have a theory about this that I want to run by you. And I have an investment thesis that's built around this. Some ways where you can make money off the conflict. Now, every time there's a conflict, I always talk about how we can get paid off of it. And it can come off as, like it can come off as if it's not compassionate. I don't want nobody to die, but I also don't have no say in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So because we're just going to make money off what's happening. We're not trying to help it. Right. But first of all, let me give you my thesis, my investment thesis. I don't think that this war is really about Iran, and it's definitely not about what they say it's about. Maybe what it says about them having a nuclear fucking bomb, that's bullshit. Because Trump and all of them said that they decimated Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities last year when they bombed that shit. That was last year, right? He said they decimated it, but now they're like 2 weeks away from having a bomb. They've been 2 weeks away from having a bomb my whole fucking life. Benjamin Netanyahu been saying that these motherfuckers had a bomb. These motherfuckers ain't never had a bomb and ain't never gonna have a bomb. All right. I think, hear me out. I think this shit is about China. And I think Venezuela was kind of about China as well. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think that the U.S. has been strategically cutting off all of China's supplies to cheap oil. And let me show you some of this. Let me show you something. I'll show you when I get it. Right. See, I think it's really. I put together a little presentation. I think it's more about China than anything else. Right. So China faces massive dependency on oil that they get at a discount. They used to get a lot of it from Venezuela, and they get a lot of it. They used to get a lot of it from Iran. In fact, China consumed 80% of Iran's oil. 80% of their oil. Well, and Trump is always talking shit about China. You ever know he's always talking shit about China? Now, obviously, you don't want to really go to war with China. Don't nobody want that smoke, right? They got mad motherfuckers, and if they lose the war, what do they do? Man, they like, well, I can take the sword, or is that Japan? Whatever. I ain't over there trying to fight. Man, I was about to go really racist, but I fucks with Chinese people. So I was like, you know what? Let me just chill. I was about to make some wild jokes. Let's keep going. All right. But China is super dependent on oil from Iran. In fact, let me show you this. This is from Rutgers, so you know it's true, right? China is heavily reliant on Iranian oil imports. Got these damn ads, man. No, I don't want Zillow. Right? So check it out. Oh. So recently, Costco, right? Some Chinese oil shit, not where, not the place where your mama buy mad toilet paper and fucking napkins. We're talking about the oil Costco, right? Right. They suspended all new bookings from the Middle East ports, and citing escalated conflict and traffic restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz. Is that how you say it, Nima? How you say it? Hormozy.
Yeah, exactly like Hormozy.
Yeah, in the Strait of Hormozy. All right. And like Chinese, they looked at the map and said, "Lord, is like, nah, we ain't fucking with that shit, man. We ain't out here. We don't want that kind of smoke, right?" And that's a problem, man. Because so check this out. Right before they, like, China knew this shit was happening. They got intelligence too, right? They got just as much intelligence as we got, as far as, like, secret agents and shit, samurai. Plus they got samurais and ninjas. All right. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. I keep telling myself over and over, don't do the voice. Don't do the voice. So their average, this is how much oil they were shipping on average, right? But right before, like a week before, they fucking tripled that shit because they knew that shit was about to fucking pop off. They knew shit was about to pop off. Matter of fact, I got some data to show you this, so you know I'm not making this shit up. I ain't never lied to you, and I ain't gonna start today. Hold on, let me find it. Sorry, man, my computer's running slow. This is what happens when you don't turn your computer off for fucking months. All right. Boom. All right. Let me see. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. So this is again from Rutgers. Right. They suspended all bookings in the Middle East, and in this article they talk about how they tripled exports right before the conflict popped off. Okay. Now check this out. The Strait of Hormuz is the Strait. Sorry, the Strait of Hormuz. There's a lot of conflict going there, and it's super messy, right? And it is not just Iran; it's like everything around there, right? So Costco implicitly stated restrictions and conflict to the choke point. Like they said they explicitly said they can't really fuck with this shit right now, and as a result, oh man, and also, like, right before this shit happened, there was a bunch of like shadow fleet vessels. This is where, like, basically they had like little spy, let's call them ninja ships, that were secretly moving oil to China, right, at a discount, right? And and over the last leading up to the battle, the U.S. targeted a bunch of these ships, about 12 of them, knocked them down, right? So I really believe that the U.S. government has been strategically trying to cut off China's oil supply. Like, this is some real shit. This is happening. Let me find the article where I got that from, so I'm not bullshitting. Here it is. This is at the Department of the Treasury, right? Treasury targets Iran shadow fleet network supplying. Oh, and they were supplying ballistic missiles and shit. They was doing all types of shit. And this was happening like before. This was the 25th. And I believe the attack started on the 28th. It's the 28th.
Right after that.
Yeah. So we was already on that shit, man. All right. And then hold up. I don't know what that means. Hold on for a second. Right. And the oil that was coming, here's the thing. It's very important. The oil that was coming out of Iran to China was not being priced in US dollars. Like that shit was outside of the system. Here's the thing. Here's something you should know. Every time a country tries to sell oil and they don't price it in US dollars, bombs start dropping. Right? That's what happened in Libya. Gaddafi was trying to sell that shit in some African currency. Bombs start dropping. Saddam Hussein was trying to do it. Bombs start dropping. And the reason that happens is because the United States needs to keep the dollar as the world's reserve currency. It is super critical to our economy. And one of the major reasons it is the world's reserve currency because oil is supposed to be, because oil is priced in dollars, US dollars, and sold in US dollars. So countries have to get US dollars they have to keep buying US dollars in order to get oil, right? And if anything happens to disrupt that, bombs start dropping like almost immediately. You can fucking count on it. You can count on that shit happening. There's mad times in history that's happening. All right. All right. Now here's the thing. A lot of times when there's like a big conflict in the Middle East, oil's prices go through the roof, right? But I believe that Trump strategically targeted Venezuela first in order to get access to their oil reserves, right? Venezuela's sitting on one of the largest oil reserves on earth, right? And now the U.S. has access or control of that oil in that region, right? So as a result, typically when there's a big conflict in the U.S., oil goes through the roof almost every time. But this time it didn't go up as much. Why? Because we got that Venezuelan oil. You feel me? That's very important. I think this was all done strategically. Hold up. This was all done strategically. All right. So here's the play. How do we, but who cares about that? How do we make money off of it? All right. I feel like there's a few things we can invest in, stocks and ETF. All right. And one of them that I've been talking about a lot is XLE, the energy sector. All right. Because they're going to have higher cash flow, especially down the line once the U.S. puts some shadow regime in charge of Iran. And they'll stop giving that oil to China for the low. It's going to be placed in dollars, and the U.S. is going to have more control over that, right? And because there's going to be more oil supply, there's going to be more profits in the energy sector, right? So the price of oil may go down, but the companies who refine it, their profits will go up. It's very important, all right? So I like XLE, right? I also like ITA. You can forget about PPA, but ITA is the one I like. I've been talking about ITA for mad long, right? And that's the defense sector. I think we need to start calling it the offense sector. But these are companies like Halliburton and shit, right? These are monies that make that these are companies that make money off the conflict, like arms dealers and shit of that nature, right? So I was saying that around the Venezuela time, and it went way up. The stock went way up. I'm sorry, the ETF went way up after that. So did XLE. I was saying that same shit around XLE. In fact, hindsight is 2020, but as soon as Trump changed the Department of Defense's name to the Department of War, we should have started buying ITA leap call options, because you don't name something, you don't change the name of something unless you plan on doing that shit, right? You don't change the name to a verb that you don't plan on participating in, right? Like if I change my bedroom's name to the fuck palace, right? You better believe I'm gonna be doing some royal fucking in there, right? Nobody would do that just cause. That'd be insane. Am I right, Nima? You feel me?
I feel you, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. If I rename one of my closets the weapons storage center, I'm not going to not put artillery in there. You know what I'm saying? So when he named the shit the Department of War, we should have been like, ITA. Because he kind of told us what he was on. Fuck all that shit he was saying. No new wars, none of that shit. That, man, that shit was cap. This may come as a surprise to some of y'all, but Trump don't always tell the truth. Not always. Sometimes Trump tells some fibs. And when he said, I think seemed like no new wars was one of them, right? As soon as he renamed that shit Department of War, we should have been doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know? And then there's some hedges against volatility in the market, which is always gold. You can invest in GLD, right? When shit gets crazy, gold typically goes up when there's conflict, right? Short term, if you those of you who are less risk averse, you can invest in the volatility index, VIX futures, you know. But longer term, GLD is just a gold, man. It's been going crazy the whole time. All right. And that's my thesis, man. I think this is really, I mean, big surprise. This may not be a novel concept, but the war in the Middle East was mainly about oil, I think. I think. Now, here's the thing, though. The people there are suffering. And Nima, do you don't mind? What is it, like? Nima's from Iran. He's got family out there. How do y'all feel about the government? Well, how do you guys feel about what's going on over there?
People are very excited. Very happy. And even before, because what's happening is, the way I put it is, think of it as someone who's suffering from cancer.
Yeah.
The person is the country of Iran and people of Iran, and the cancer is the regime that came 47 years ago. So they've been just fueling tourism, and they've been exporting, as you're already talking about it, but they're also fueling all of these, most of things that are happening, the terrorist attacks and most of the conflicts that are happening are fueled by the oil money that IRGC and the current government of the US is feeding them. And that's why also now you're seeing the Hezbollah and all of these are going crazy, because they're going to lose their source of funding. So that's why they're randomly just starting throwing missiles and stuff from other countries. So it's all about that, to be honest. And it's just that, and people are happy. It's like they are going through a chemotherapy right now. So it hurts. Oh, but it's needed. And
so the people are excited about the future.
Exactly. And when there are comments that are coming from in some of the cities that people are not hearing, like attacks, like buildings blowing up, they're worried. Like, why they're not? Because all the spots that they're attacking are the sources of corruption, or where all of these forces that were killing people, like civilians on the street, those are the buildings and wherever they're hiding. And right now, those people are hiding in schools, hospitals. They're literally hiding because US and Israel have targeted over 2,500 spots across the country since the conflict started. So it's just that they're literally attacking those, and the next would be, once all of these are eliminated, there are going to be a call from Trump and the Crown Prince, who is in US, for people to go to the streets and take over.
Oh wow!
So that is the game plan. So we just need to make sure that they are fully neutralized.
So basically they're trying to kill all the bad people, right? And then who do they think is going to take over?
There is a plan. So there's a transitional plan that people have put together already. Leaders that people trust from different parties. Imagine Democrats and Republicans come together, put together a plan together, even if they don't agree together.
Yeah.
And it's just we have a transitional leader who is the Crown Prince, exiled Crown Prince, who is the son of Shah of Iran.
Okay.
So he will be leading this transitional phase. Then we are going to have a voting system where people are going to pick how they want. Do they want like a president, or do they want what do they want? There will be a voting, and if they don't come into an agreement, then there will be another one. So there's a phase, like transitional phase, that we will have until people choose that democratic country that they're probably going to get.
All right, man. So I'm glad the people are excited about that. You know, it's probably difficult if you're on the ground.
Just to put it into perspective, when people went to the streets before the war happened, the government of Iran killed over 50,000 people in 2 days on the streets.
Like civilians.
Civilians. Over 50,000 people.
Jesus
that
Christ.
were just on the street protesting.
When did this happen?
Like about a month ago.
Less
than a month ago.
Wow.
And that's where people were seeking help. We don't have guns. Like, it's not like US. People are asking like, Trump, come help. Like,
where they wanted. Yeah, they wanted that.
They were, and that's when Trump said help is on the way. And then when they attacked, said help has arrived. So now, just the number, 50,000 people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
To put it in perspective, only 3,000 people died on 9/11.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And since US and Israel have attacked, about less than 1,000 people have got killed.
Oh, wow.
Which are people who were supposed to get killed.
Yeah.
Just to put the number into perspective.
Yeah. Now, there's probably been some civilian casualties,
but
right?
they're even announcing, whenever they're attacking, they're saying, stay away from these regions. Like Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're communicating. Stay away from these regions. If you're around these, like, for example, bases, military bases, stay away. If they're around these facilities, they even say the zip codes before they attack. So it's very coordinated, and it's just... But what all the points that you said kind of fuels the...
Yeah, you know, like, I mean, they were fucking with... You can't... Iran wasn't really fucking with United States like that, right?
They were before.
Like when?
Before the revolution, 47 years ago.
47 years ago. But then since then, they've been like more allied with China.
Exactly. They attacked the U.S. embassy after the revolution. They were hostages. Like, there were U.S. In the U.S. After the revolution happened, and that's when everything just got destroyed in terms of relation. And then this government has been chanting death to U.S. and down with USA and Israel for half a century. Yeah. So it's just
and there's been a lot of conflicts ever since that revolution with Israel, right? Because you're so close.
They're literally saying we want to eradicate Israel from the universe. They're publicly chanting that. These are extremists that they don't care. Yeah. And they say the same thing to U.S. And they lie. So it's a lot. So let's hope for the best. Yeah. And
your family is straight, though. Just want to be clear, because people are going to ask.
They are good. Yeah.
Okay. That's good, man. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yep. Hey, man. Well, listen, you know, I hope this comes to a speedy resolution, and hope the bad guys lose. I mean, it seems like that's gonna be difficult for them to win anything, right? And yeah, man. So as an Iranian, as somebody who's from Iran, you feel like this is a good thing.
This is 100% good thing. There is zero doubt about this being a good thing, because there is no other way that we can get rid of this corrupted government. It's just, there's no other way.
Yeah. Hey, man. Well, you heard it here first. Hope that sheds some light on it for you guys. I don't have a CTA for that. Yo, hey. Speaking of the markets, Let's bring in Young Candlestick in for the market update. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the market update. I am your boy, Big Brandon Carter, aka King Keto, and I'm here with Young Candlestick, certified market technician and Series 65 holder, and birthday boy. Birthday boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, man. We can't hear you, Gregory. Turn your mic on, brother. You got to be heard on your birthday, man. Nah, we can't hear you.
You can hear me now.
Oh, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you, man. Happy birthday.
Shut off
bro.
and on, off and on. It was like, we're going to fuck with him on his birthday. Let's do it.
Yeah. It was a matrix attack, obviously.
Definitely.
What's up, man? So what's up with these markets? Mm-hmm.
First of all, I want to shout out the Victory Trades members that have been with us for a couple of months. You guys should be up thousands of dollars now.
Thousands.
Okay. We made 1,000% gain on TTD calls. And I briefly want to talk about this because this is the setup for getting 1,000% gains on your call options.
Show
okay. So it was on TTD stock today. And basically what we're looking at on the TTD daily chart is it's been getting its ass whooped. Look at this from 91.45 down to 21. Okay. The fair value of this stock is up at $60 a share. And so after this last earnings report, it had a fat ass gap down and then a bullish engulfing reversal candle. Then we started to creep higher. And that's where I'm buying call options. And the reason for it is you want to buy calls when the expected move is really tight. It was only pricing in a 50-cent range on TTD. TTD is moving like $1 to $2 a damn day. And so when you get a buy setup, it's undervalued and it's gotten its ass whooped. You can buy some call options. And I honestly got lucky. They had an announcement that they may be in talks with OpenAI to sell their ads on their platform. So you do need a little bit of luck sometimes to get those 1,000% returns. But each Victory Trades member that put in $50 into this trade turned into $785.
Come on, man.
Some people had 1, 2, 3 call options. If you're in the chat, let them know. Okay.
Let these hoes know.
That's the setup. You only want to buy call options when the expected move is low and you're expecting it to pop. Okay. Otherwise, most of the time when you buy call options, it chops around, you lose money. It drops, you lose money. You've got to be really precise on those call options and you want to take profits when you get those spikes. That's why we're exiting first thing in the morning. No need to get greedy with something like this. Okay. So that's on TTD. When we're looking at the broad markets, it's just dead sideways. We're still in the range. The S&P was down 0.5% today, but it recovered strongly from its lows at the end of the day. So in the morning, if you bought puts, you made 2 to 4x your money. I'm not saying you capture the whole move, but you double to quadruple your money. If you bought call options in just the last hour on this little wedge break, call options right here, 10x to 30x.
Wow.
Okay, so you put in $30, out comes $1,000. Absolutely ridiculous. Put in $30, out comes $1,000. So basically the market makers are doing a shit job at pricing in the ranges. And so you as an options trader need to identify, is that range accurate or not? And so use technical analysis, use order.
That's why I don't trade that last hour because it's always fucking insane.
It's always insane.
You never know what's going to happen.
It's wild. I mean, it's see, like the reason it pays out that big is at this point in time, it's pricing in a range of like this. But when it breaks out that range, it can squeeze and then short sellers get out. And it's just a wild, crazy fiasco. But if you guys have been following the Victory Trades alerts, just in the last month, we're up over $1,500 cash profit off of just the smallest size. Okay, so
what percentage is that?
Technically the percentage, you only needed $250 in buying power, so it'd be about 500%.
Come on, man. 500%. Yo, listen. If you want to join Victory Trades, hit the link in the description. You get Greg's options calls, and you can trade with us live. We'll talk about that later. Also, guys, if you're watching this, and you have some questions about any stocks, securities, ETFs, cryptos, futures, well, fucking poly market, leave it in the description, man. Let's leave a super chat and Greg will answer it.
Yeah.
What you showing there right now?
Yeah.
Man?
So this is just one TTD call. This one is $60 into 500. Here's another TTD call, 65 into 565. This is a 770% gain. Jelani crushing it in futures over here.
Oh man, futures, we were killing this shit today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got some funded accounts this morning from Brandon's trades, some of my trades. It's a mixture of both. It's a team.
Yeah,
effort.
we killed that shit this morning. We trade futures live every morning, and we trade with prop firms. So we help we help Victory Trades members get funded accounts. It's dope.
It's absolutely amazing. Here's a TTD call, $50 into $725. Boom. Here's $763 profit off of one TTD call. Cash in your pocket. Henry over here, 900%, $74 into 743. There's just so many of these. TTD, he had 2 of them, so he made about 1.3K on that. Some Iron Condor wins. There's a lot of really good moves in the market, but you got to be selective because otherwise the market can change directions on a dime. Brandon, you were talking a lot about gold, talking a lot about defense and oil. Gold is sitting kind of at support right now. I think the trade for gold, instead of like buying calls or like call spreads, give yourself some time, maybe into like the end of the year, and just do something like sell a bullish put credit spread. Sell the GLD 430 put, buy the 420 put. Boom, you're going to collect $342. Your max risk is minus 660, okay? Your max profit is plus about 340. But there's a 66% chance that you're going to get $340, and that's independent of technical analysis, war, things like that. Gold, it has a finite supply. All the gold in the world, if it were melted down, it would fill up one super large, like Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's it.
Really?
Yeah. It's wild. Gold is super, super valuable, and it will continue to be until we mine an asteroid out in space.
That's what Elon's working on.
Yeah, that's what Elon's working on. So once he's getting close to that, gold prices might drop a bit, but for now, gold is still in play. It's not my favorite setup, but it's a good way to diversify a portfolio. Money managers are suggesting to substitute some United States Treasury bonds for gold, okay, in retirement accounts and even growth accounts, okay? Oil prices, CL, these are on the rise. So inflation is picking up. You can trade oil by buying USO calls. You can, I posted this yesterday, you can buy UCO calls, okay? So UCO is double levered oil longs.
What day did oil break out?
It was February 27th.
Yeah,
February
right
27th.
before.
And the technicals
right before the strike.
Yeah. The technicals were saying
it was getting priced in. I think the Iran shit was getting priced in,
Yeah. The markets forecast the future better than anything else.
Yeah, because there's so much when there's conflict in that region, it's harder to get oil out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can hedge your inflation, hedge your gas prices, hedge your cost of living through oil futures, buying oil calls, you name it. The tricky part is oil can reverse sharply. So it's a much higher risk type of trade / investment because you can just buy it up here, but then the next day it might be down 7%. And then the next day, 7%. Yeah. So it's not like a super high probability trade. So if you're going to take the oil long, just think of it as like a hedge. Like you got to be cool with it not playing out. But if it does play out, cool.
Yeah. Oil typically we should have known this in retrospect, right? Every time there's conflict in the Middle East, historically oil goes up.
Yeah. And we've been on top of this. We said energy was the number one sector for the year, XLE. That's still a good dollar cost average. It's a little bit risky up here, but it's not terrible. You just can't go in with your full size. Pause.
Pause.
Okay. You can't go in with your full size on XLE up here. We've been talking about energy transfer, ET, down and is at 16. You know, this is a boring ass oil company, energy company that's up 15%. Okay.
Wow. And how long?
Just since the beginning of the year when we first started buying it and buying leap calls on it. Another thing, Jets puts. I've been telling you guys, Jets puts. Jets down 4.5% today on the ETF.
Wow.
Boom. So I'm scaling out of my Jets puts now. I'm still holding just a little bit of spreads, but Jets, I'd say it could still drop another 4 to 10%. Okay. And that's been a really, really good portfolio hedge. Carnival Cruise. This is still bearish. I mean, you can day trade shorts, but now it gets riskier and riskier.
The move is already made.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, same with like TTD. By the time they release the news, everybody gets the news, stock opens up higher and then drops. So it's like, it's one of those things where the market's moving really fast. Same with the SPX. The SPX goes through a decent drop from the highs. Not, you know, nothing crazy. 4% drop from the highs, immediately gets gobbled up. You know, they're like, oh, 4% down from the highs. Let's get it. But the problem is when the buyers do that, if prices come back down to that level, they wasted their buying power, and you can extend lower a lot more harshly than had they just let it drop well the first time, and then it could have gotten a bounce at a different level. So that's what I'm seeing over there. I still like shorts on like IWM. This is the Russell 2000. Brandon, remember we were talking, this chart did look bullish this one day, but it changed quickly. It
changed, man.
It changed. It just didn't break out. It broke support. And that's what we're looking at. I'm still bullish on Honeywell. I do think it can drop short term. So if it comes down to like 230, 227, I do think that's a great buy point for Honeywell. Okay. Price target's $330 a share. That's having a false breakout with ITA. So ITA was holding the former all-time highs. Then it broke support. Now it's testing this trend line. I still like ITM neutral/bullish on it, but it could go through some short-term pullbacks, some short-term drops. Okay. And then lastly, Target. We talked about Target longs. I'm probably going to buy some Target tomorrow. Okay. TGT. Okay. And then NBIS, AI data centers. This is just dead sideways, but you can see a breakout if it breaks over 110. Okay. NBIS 110, load up the call options. Okay. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be alerting it to Victory Trades members. Okay?
Hey, I have some questions about some stocks. But first, man, show them. Can you show them what we did today? Did you already show everything we did today in Victory Trades?
Oh, I can't even show everything. There's so much. So much
today, man, was like, because we trade live every day. We trade futures, and we don't trade with our own money. We trade with prop firms, and we help people get funded accounts. And man, there was some good trades today, man.
Dude, yeah, Prezi's going to be getting a $4,000 payout on one account.
Nice,
really, really good. PJ, he made 280. I got some funded accounts. I had a good day. You know, Brandon over here made $6,664.
So just so that you know, I'm trading with 20
trade out too. You called the trade out.
Yeah, too. I called that one out. I was trading with I trade with 20 accounts, right? So we use Apex Trader Funding. Use code Victory Trades if you want to get it. But I get 20 accounts, and I use a trade copier or Replicanto with NinjaTrader, and that's what I use to trade all the accounts simultaneously. And when you do that, you don't have to like get a big move, right? I just got a few $100s. This was one trade, but it ended up being $6,000 like across the 20 accounts. You know?
Exactly, and because your entry point was so perfect.
Bro, we killed that shit, man. It was perfect. And so that's what we do on Victory. We trade live. Greg and I share our screens, and we tell when we're buying. We set our orders, our limit orders, or if it's moving fast, I'll be like, yo, finger on the trigger. We about to go in.
Yep.
You know, yeah. So, but a lot of people got that move.
Oh, yeah. Amen. And I think Dream Hopper had a really nice super chat. JD Davis, he made 835 over here.
Come on, man. He's killing it this morning, man. It was
Jelani's making some good money.
Shout out to Jelani.
It's a good time. A lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. We killing. So if you want to join Victory Trades, you can trade with us live every morning, and you get Greg's options trades, the swing trades straight to your phone every day. The link's in the description.
Yeah, and check out this message from Tupap. He's an older gentleman. He's got a whole family. He booked a coaching call with me, and we set a game plan for him to make $4,000 a month trading. And we're just trading with like 10 grand, which is a decent return. Like that's like professional.
That's a huge return, trading. Bro.
Yeah. And he said since starting with Victory Trades in early February, so he's only been here for less than a month, he did a total of 20 trades. He made money on 17, lost on 3. The 3 losers were a little bit bigger, but that's no problem. He's already made $886. This is before TTD and before the SPX Iron Condor wins. But the average trade is 22% gain per trade, and he's excited to compound it up. He says he appreciates the community, Young Candlestick, and at King Keto. He says it's a big deal for us guys that are out here not spectrum maxing. Whatever the hell that means.
Spectrum, man. I know what that's. Okay.
I actually don't get that reference.
It's something I said on the live stream. I was talking about how the homie FitX Fearless, he stopped doing live streams because it was like messing with his money because he was only talking to people on the spectrum. And I was like, I was coaching him. I was like, listen, Fit, man, you spectrum maxing right now. So like you like your target market is going to watch this and be like, oh, he's not for me, man. He coaches people with mental disabilities. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be the coach for mental disabilities, right? That's why he stopped doing it.
You had a really good lesson yesterday on matching with your target market. You know, it's so important. Like, even like I'm going to be looking to start a hedge fund soon, and you really want to talk and be a little bit more professional and target those wealthier clients. If I'm like here, like acting like a maniac, like a goofball, I'm going to get goofball clients.
Yeah, you are.
That's fine. You know, but it's something to think about though. Always think about what's your target market with everything that you say or do.
Yeah. If you're a marketer, right?
What's that?
If you're a marketer, you got to talk to you got to speak their language. You got to say it appeal to them. For example, if we look at Trump, right? Trump was a motherfucking rich guy. If you ever saw his place in New York, like on Fifth Avenue in Trump Towers, it's like solid gold. He has a gold toilet, all this shit. When we went on the campaign trail, what did he do? He put on the hat, go to Middle America, start talking all folksy. You know, like he deliberately, I believe it is deliberately lowered his he changed his vernacular a little bit. He started speaking at more of a third grade level. But if you listen to like clips from him from the 80s, right, when his target market was like investment bankers and shit, people who were investing in his companies, he was speaking at like a fucking like the college graduate, like the rich college graduate he is. But when he started going to the masses and he said, I want to get these motherfuckers in the middle of America to really fuck with me, his speech lowered to a third grade speaking level, right? Because that's how you get the his target market
audience with that.
Yeah. If you're out here in the middle of, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime I'm down south in like the country, I see a lot of Trump flags, not saying that that's the only, but it's, if he was still speaking like a city boy, if he was still speaking like a motherfucker who grew up on Fifth Avenue in New York, he might not appeal to them. You feel me? He might not appeal to them. So that is the same thing. Like whoever your target market is, you want to speak their language.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of like acting just like a little bit, not in terms of like being disingenuous, but you kind of have to like get into that role, Yeah.
Sometimes for me, it comes across as like I'll accentuate certain parts of my personality. Yeah. Depending on who I'm marketing towards,
And that's why it's also helpful to have a wide personality. Like you have a good range,
Yeah. Speaking of good range, man, what's up with Bitcoin?
What's up with Bitcoin? Let's check it out. So Bitcoin broke out just a little bit, coming back in. It's still just like a dead sideways market. Again, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't short it. You just kind of look at it, and Bitcoin's a leading indicator for the stock market. The question is the stock market going to be dropping because Bitcoin went through this big drop? Bitcoin's range bound, stock market's range bound. Instead of trading Bitcoin, a pairs trade that could be good, and a pairs trade is buying something and shorting something in the same sector. Okay, it's finding relative strength and relative weakness. Short the hell out of MSTR. I posted this yesterday that it can be a short, and instead circle the valuation. I was saying I think the stock gets underneath $60 a share, got as low as $59.90, and now it bounced heavily up to 105. I would buy actually circle if it could come down to like 80 to 70. Okay, it's at 105 right now, but 80 to 70 could be an okay buy for circle, and MSTR is the short. Otherwise, for Bitcoin, I'm really not going to buy it unless it gets to like 45K, 40K, 20K.
The people will be fucking panicking if it goes that low.
They're already panicking. They're already panicking. And it might not get there. And if it doesn't, that's totally cool. I'll be trading my index options, my futures trades. I'll be trading other asset classes if it just goes up from here, which is fine. But my buy points, 40K and 20K. Otherwise, I'm not touching it with the 10-foot pole. I would even consider buying Ethereum first. Ethereum has a little bit of relative strength. And when it tends to turn, Ethereum tends to do a little bit better than Bitcoin. Okay, so I buy Ethereum first. Okay, when I'm pretty confident the lows are in, then I'll add it back into Bitcoin. Okay, right. But Bitcoin Bear was one of the top setups for 2026. Bitcoin Bear, XLE Bull, XLU Bull. Okay. Yeah. ITA longs. Those are the main setups for the year. Last year it was gold. You know, I have a video on my YouTube channel, the next big trade, gold calls. That was over 6 months ago, and that was just before gold started to break out of this range when GLD was down there at $280 a share. It's now at 466. Gold sideways to neutral this year. Okay.
Okay. One more, SMH, the semiconductors.
Really good question. So semiconductors have been pretty strong as of late. It has that higher beta, so it's going to move more than the S&P 500. So if the S&P 500's down, SMH is going to be down double or triple that amount. Same for if it's up. Semiconductors, I really like SMH long-term. Short-term, it does have those risks. I think it's just a dollar cost average. You don't trade SMH really. I don't recommend it at least. But dollar cost average into SMH, NVIDIA is okay. It's not like amazing. It's not bad. I like TSM the best out of all the semiconductors. TSM.
Why do you like that one the best?
So first of all, they're bypassing a lot of the tariffs because they're basing in the United States. They have like this massive ass Texas plant that they're building out. And there's some other money managers that actually went to go check it out. And after they checked it out, they put 15% of their clients' portfolios into this stock.
15%?
15%. Normally, they're in a mixture of a bunch of ETFs and stuff. This was back when TSM was down at 240. So they're doing pretty well. But they still think that it can continue. So TSM, top semiconductor pick. NVIDIA's okay. It probably gets up to like 240 to 260. But the thing with AI nowadays is it's really causing disruption. You know, it's causing disruption in the valuations of companies, which ones are leaders, which ones are laggards. So highly consider TSM, and then even just SMH, the ETF. If you dollar cost average into this, I expect an average return of 20% a year. Okay. So double the S&P 500. The thing is though, is I'm picky. I do want a damn market correction because that's going to make a much safer buy. Because if you allocate too much when the market is up here, then you don't have dry powder to actually buy the dip. So,
dry powder?
Dry powder. Yep. You want dry
powder. What's
powder.
That mean?
It means you kind of want bullets in the chamber. If you shoot all your ammo, pause right at the top. You shoot all your ammo right at the top. You got nothing left. You're drained. You don't want to be drained before the real action starts. But that's why it's so important to have relative strength longs and relative weakness shorts. Like I'm still short on Roblox. Still short on Jet. So look at Roblox just in the shitter. I'm short on Uber, Uber, Uber.
Really?
That looks like I might add to the short tomorrow. Little topping tail after a little run up. That's something to consider. I was short on a CRDO. That bounced back. So if this could bounce a little bit more, I'd like to short this again.
Okay.
But I'm out of that. XLF, I've been talking about shorts. I might enter some XLF shorts tomorrow, buying some XLF May puts. Financials are out of rotation. Financials and tech are out of rotation. Energy and utilities are in rotation for the year. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the way that I'm looking at it. And those are the main things I want to cover. I'm going to get going because I actually have a birthday dinner.
You got a birthday party. Listen, guys, man, if you want to join Victory Trades, you can trade with us as early as tomorrow morning, and you can get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone. You know what I'm saying? Holler at us. Click the link in the description.
And I think
Greg, you got a super chat, man. You got a super chat.
Dreamhopper had a good super chat. He's saying, so I had a coaching call with Chris, and immediately he's up thousands. He says, "Happy birthday, Greg. Thank you for the 1,000% trade call out. We up on Victory Trades."
Come on, man. Shout out to Dreamhopper.
Yep. We looked at oil prices. It's neutral / bullish, but it is risky up here. He says, "Hope you have a great birthday and many more wins ahead." Yeah, you guys, if you want to give me a good birthday present and invest in yourself, just join Victory Trades. It's one of the best investments.
Yeah, give a gift to yourself on Greg's birthday.
Yeah.
Treat yourself on Greg's birthday, man.
That's what I did for Victory Trades members. 1,000% gain. It's my birthday.
Come on, man.
Here's $1,000.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Greg, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Take it easy, man. Happy birthday, homie.
Thank you. Peace out.
All right. Later. Yeah, man. Greg, man, he about to get it in, man. Who knows what kind of wild shenanigans he gonna get to on his birthday, man. He might be at the strip club. He might be checking the stock. He'll be checking the stock at the strip club. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Trading futures at the strip club. You feel me? Guess we'll find. Yeah, we're gonna find out tomorrow, man. What kind of wild shenanigans Greg was into, man. You feel me? Let's go, man. Shout out to Greg. Yo, I think there's a super chat for me. No? It's not one on there. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. All right. See, man, my girl over here lying to me, man. Damn. I trusted you. I believed in you.
I speak no lies. We don't have any super chats
one
for
super
now.
chat there for Brandon.
Where?
Now she lying to y'all. Because she knows y'all can't see it.
Ask Nima, do you see a super chat?
It says it on the.
It's on the notes.
It's in the show notes.
No, that was supposed to be the one for Greg.
Oh, so but you said it was for me.
No, that was a mistake. I make mistakes rarely, but I make mistakes twice a year. It's the first one of the year.
Yeah. All right. That's going to cost you. All right. You're going to have to pay for that later. We want to have correction.
This is a random question. You like brownies? Did
you like brownies? You asking me if I like brownies? You just called me a fucking bitch. Do you even know me?
Keto brownies? No.
Oh, keto brownies. I almost bought a keto brownie company in 2020. Yeah, like he was trying to sell it to me, but then my boy Ryan bought it instead, and then he changed the name and they came out with a bunch of products. But I was gonna buy it. Anyway. Enough about my business failures.
You didn't answer the question.
I like the keto brownie company that I was going to buy.
You know what? Go ahead. Make your video. Go ahead, Nima. Take it away.
What was that even about? What was going on? Listen, guys. Dominican women are great. But they're going to test you. And that's what y'all just noticed, man. She was lying about the chats. That she bring up brownies for no reason. It's like it's difficult. You know what it's like, man? It's like if you were some sort of like sea creature and the only thing you could eat was great white sharks, right? You know, that's what it's like.
I have a brownie in the oven. That's why I asked.
Oh, keto brownies?
Oh, yeah.
It's probably a lie.
Ew.
Probably a Dominican lie. Yeah. All right. Hey, I want to talk to you about something. I got some life advice from you, some shit for you, man, so you guys can learn, so you can not make some of the mistakes. No, I'm just playing. She's not a mistake. It's just she's challenged. She brings the best out of me. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about the 10 things that will fucking around and ruin your. I can't curse in the beginning. I want to talk to you about the 10 things that will fuck around and ruin your life. These are the things you want to avoid. But if you do them, you can pretty much count on failure, or at the very least, it will provide you ample opportunities for hardships. All right. You want to avoid these at all costs. Number one, the first thing, you want to avoid the 3 B's. Booze, bets, and babes. I learned this from, I had a mentor, OG of mine when I was in high school. I'm sorry, when I was in college. And I met this dude. He became like a mentor to me. He owned a bus company. And he went to the same college as me, Howard University. But he graduated a few years ago, started a bus company. He was making mad money. And he told me to avoid the 3 B's. And I was like, 3 B. And he said, booze. When he said booze, he said all types of recreational drugs, not just alcohol. It's just he needed to be 3 B's. So alcohol, substance abuse, all these things. I've seen these things really take men down. I've seen people get caught up in drugs. I know this one guy, man, he started doing drugs. And, you know, the problem is, I don't know if I want to give this example for legal reasons. Let me switch that up. You want to stay away from recreational drugs for a number of reasons. One, they can fuck with your brain, your actual brain chemistry. For example, let me bring this up. Let me show. I should have had this ready, but I just thought of it just now. Let me bring this up real quick. Hold up. Fucking computer. This is why people don't do it live. Yeah. Okay. So how do I make this big? Pause. Download the image address, right?
Open image in Utah. Yep.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, it's small. Pause. But this is brain scans of people who do different drugs, right? So let me see if I can make this bigger. Pause. It's command. Oh, all right. So you can't see it that well. Yeah, but this is 4 years of marijuana use, right? This is 4 years of opiates. This is 4 years of cocaine. This is alcohol. This is meth. And this is what a healthy brain looks like under these brain scans. Like, it really fucks with your brain health, mental health, and it can really damage you. And also these things are addictive. They cost money. And I've seen people do a lot of wild shit to get more drugs. Don't ask me how I know, but I know some people who claim that they can do cocaine recreationally. But if you look at their dealers' missed calls, it doesn't seem to be the case. It doesn't seem to be the case. All right. You want to say from recreational drugs, performance enhancing drugs? I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I'm a big starch proponent of performance enhancing drugs, right? But recreational drugs, you want to stay away from. And so that's booze, but also alcohol, even alcohol. Like I haven't had a drink in 11 years, and I quit all recreational drugs about 11 years ago. And my life has been better as a result. I made way more money. I'm happier, have better relationships, more energy, healthier. I think that's, I'm 43 right now. And people say that I look a little younger than 43. And everybody I know who looks really, really young for the age, all of them never smoke or drink. Like I haven't met one person who looks really young for the age who does a lot of recreational drugs or drinks a lot or drinks at all. Like all the people who look exceptionally young for the age don't drink. All right. So that's number one. I'm gonna lump these. These gonna be three different. First one is booze. Then he said bets, gambling. So I have intimate relationship with this because my dad was really into gambling. So I've told the story before, but it bears repeating. I grew up on the south side of Chicago and we were like super poor. One of my very first memories is my mom was taking me to preschool like 5:30 a.m. She's waking me up at 5:30 a.m. We'd walk to Chicago, the cold Chicago streets to preschool, and then she'd get on the bus. And one day we got robbed at fucking gunpoint. That's the kind of poverty we were living. I was in a neighborhood where they were robbing toddlers at gunpoint first thing in the morning. And that's because we didn't have a car, right? My dad was hustling. He had his business. He was trying to figure it out. That's working really hard. And he didn't really figure it out until I was in high school. I got sent away to military school because I got in a little bit of trouble, fucking fights, skipping class, shootouts, normal kid stuff. And they sent me away to military school. And when I was in military school, for high school, I was sent away. It was a boarding school. My dad's business kind of started to take off, and it started to take off in a major way. And by the time I graduated military school, he was making $3 million per year. And that's in the year 2000. All right. So adjusted for inflation, that's about $8 million in today's money per year. Right. And I didn't experience any of it because I was away at military school. And then right after that, I went away to college. So I was gone the whole time. And by the time I graduated from college, he had lost all the money. Why did that happen? Because once he started getting rich, one of the things he started doing was gambling. Gambling was something that he started to indulge in. They had just legalized riverboat gambling in Indiana. And if you live on the south side of Chicago, you're like super close to Indiana. You can just drive there. And he would spend a lot of time in Indiana gambling. And he ended up losing all his money. Business shut down. He lost everything in a minute in it and killed himself after, like shot himself in the head. And had he not been gambling, I'd probably still have a dad. It's super addictive. He didn't drink or smoke or nothing, but he loved to gamble. So this motherfucker worked like 16 years on his business, probably more than that because he had his business before I was born. So almost 20 years he worked on his business, finally became successful and lost it all to gambling. All right. You want to stay away from that shit, man. That shit is a slippery slope. It's super addictive. It's way more addictive than you think. All right. And we had to start over and whatever. I had to get rich then so we can get back to the mountaintop. And so that's number 2, stay away from bets. And then the third one is babes. This is what my OG told me, stay away from babes. When he meant babes, he meant like women who would like fuck your shit up and having babies young. Like I know a lot of people who had a lot of potential, but they had a bunch of kids when they were younger And then they spend all this time like taking care of the kids and before they were ready. And those kids were a financial burden, right? Like if you have kids before you're financially ready, they're going to be a burden. And if you're not planning them, it's kind of reckless. I've seen it fuck up a lot of people, having babies, a lot of men's having babies before they were ready. And I think to avoid that, one of the reasons I've never had kids, I mean, never had any unplanned pregnancies. My son was planned, right? And the reason I never had no unplanned pregnancies is because I had a strategy, and this I want to give you. This is OG Unk advice for you. This is some Unk advice for you. Wear a condom and pull out. Right? If you pull out while wearing a condom, it's a very low likelihood you're gonna get a chick pregnant on accident. Like it's super low. If you do end up getting a chick pregnant if you pull out with a condom on, that's basically immaculate conception. That's a little baby Jesus. That's that person, that little guy's supposed to be here, right? He gonna save us all. That's the second coming. That's how we know that he's fulfilling the prophecies of Revelations is what he's doing. All right. You will not so you won't have to worry about it under that circumstances. Everything's gonna be fine. But just pull out, wear a condom and pull out. Then you won't have to worry about it. And like when I see people getting pregnant on accident, I just feel like, motherfucker, that's so reckless. It's so easy to prevent. Wear a condom and pull out. Wear a condom and pull out, man. I'm telling you, like, and if you then there's also plan B. Before I learned before I learned the condom pull out strategy, plan B was always an option as well. I used to make a joke that the B stood for Brandon. Some of y'all, that's plan A. And then you always got plan C. That one stands for Carter. And no, I'm just joking. Just pull out with the condom on. I'm telling you, pull out with the condom on. You won't have to worry about it because condoms can break or there could be malfunctions. But if you do that and pull out, you straight. And the pull out method is actually super effective. Like even on its own, the pull out method is more effective than you think. The reason that it's not the reason people still get pregnant with the pull out effect, with the pull out method, the main reason it doesn't work is because motherfuckers will have sex again without peeing in between rounds. You got to pee out the rest of that baby. You got to pee out the rest of that semen that may be stuck in there. then get back to it. And if you do that with a condom on, you gravy, baby. You ain't got to worry about it. Then you ain't got to worry about it. I'm telling you, don't have babies that aren't planned. It's reckless and irresponsible. It's irresponsible. I'm not telling you to be celibate. I'm just saying, pull out with the condom on, man. And then pee in between rounds. You do those, you follow those steps, you'll be straight. All right. So those are some of y'all don't believe how effective the pull-out method is. Let me just share something with you. Let me just share something with you. Oh shit. They don't. I can see the doubt. I can feel the doubt coming off them. Hold up. Let me find a study. Real quick. Planned Parenthood. People gonna say that's not legit. Okay, hold on. Wait, real quick. Okay. Yeah, so this is a study done called Pull and Pray for extra protection. Huh? Or extra protection. Right. Yeah. And let's go to the conclusion. Many women and couples in our samples use withdrawal method in combination or rotation with condoms and highly effective methods. Findings suggest that some people use the pull-out withdrawal method to be more. This is not a good fucking study. All right. This is not what I wanted. Not what I was looking for. Well, here. Let's just go here. Planned Parenthood, 78 to 80% effectiveness is a study done by Planned Parenthood. Right now, if you put that with a condom, which is like 92% effective, you do both of them together. Come on, man. 80% effectiveness mixed with 90% effectiveness. That is 170% effectiveness. 187% effectiveness, man. That's how it works. All right. Yeah, but use both, man. Use both. All right. The next thing that is holding you back, number 4, it would be excessive complaining. People who complain typically have bad luck, and they don't have bad luck. They don't complain because they have bad luck. They have bad luck because they're complaining. I've talked about this before. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. And basically it decides what you see, right? There's too many sounds, sights, and textures and things that can affect our senses going on simultaneously, that our brains can't pay attention to everything at once. So your reticular activation system decides what you should focus on, right? And you've seen this before, like when you or one of the homies gets a new car, you start seeing that car everywhere. Again, you didn't attract it, right? The car was there the whole time. You just never noticed it. Because it wasn't important to you. So your reticular activation system didn't allow you to see it. All right. And and we can test this out right now. Like look at my screen. Notice how much stuff is blue, right? Notice how much stuff is blue. Now close your eyes, keep them closed, and tell me what was yellow. Right? You looked at it. Now open your eyes. You see these books over here was yellow. You know, there's some books, the spine of some of these books are yellow, right? My skin is more of a golden caramel, but yeah, you didn't even notice it, right? Because it wasn't important. Now you see the yellow. You can't unsee the yellow in my background. Right? That's how your reticular activation system works. So now let me tell you something. If you're always talking about your problems, if you get a new car and then you start seeing it everywhere, what happens when you start talking about your problems? Yeah, you start seeing it everywhere. Your brain is going to show you your problems. Even though there might be ways for you to get out of it. It might be ways for you to succeed. You just won't see them because you weren't focused on that. Just the way you weren't focused on the yellow, so you couldn't even notice what it was. It's the exact same shit. So never complain. Never complain. And if something's going wrong in your life, or if you have things you want to fix, we don't say, "Oh man, I ain't got enough money, man. I'm broke. I'm struggling." No. You say, "Man, I need to figure out how to get more money." Right? They mean the same thing. Right? Both of them are true, but who would you bet on? Would you bet on the guy who's saying, "Man, I need to make more money. No, that guy was saying, man, I ain't got no money. Or the guy saying, I need to figure out how to get more money. All right, who are you going to bet on? You know, if you had to bet, if you was on poly market, like who would you put your money on? Right? I told you not to gamble though, so don't do it. But if you had to, which one would you pick? Right? You'd pick the other one. It'd be a better bet. You know, this is very important. This is very important. Like it and I know I'm me saying that I run the risk of sounding like one of these hoes who burn sages and collect rocks, reading horoscopes and shit. But there's neuroscience behind this. Whatever you focus on, you're going to see more of it. That's why I'm very careful about the language I use. You know, if I need more energy to do something, but I don't have it, I don't say, oh, I'm tired. I say, yo, I got to get more energy so I can make this happen. And then my brain will find ways to get more energy. But if I just say I'm tired, it won't. Right? What did Henry Ford say? Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. You know, he made the Model T, so you know what's up. All right, number 5. Number 5 is quitting too early. I think I see this all the time. People, they try to do something, or they want to develop a new skill or build a business or accomplish anything, and they might try it a few times and then they give up and say, oh man, I'm just not good at that, or that's not for me, or I didn't like it, or whatever. And that's bullshit, because if you're doing something new, you shouldn't be good at it. And there's no reason why you should be good at it. Sometimes you'll get lucky, right? Sometimes there are people who have like certain innate talents and proclivities, and they can excel in certain things without a lot of practice. But within reason, you can get good at anything with enough practice. And instead of thinking I'm not good at it, or even saying something is hard, instead of saying something's hard, just say, oh, I haven't practiced this enough, or I need to practice this more. Don't say it's difficult. Say, oh, I need to practice this more, because that's the truth. That's the truth. I have something called, I've shown this before. I'm sorry, this is going over. Hold on, let me show you guys something. Slides. Let me go to Google Slides. I want to pick this up. Yeah. So there's something called, let me get there. Okay. Yeah, there's something called the skill acquisition matrix. So we've all heard that it takes 10,000 hours to get really good at something. This was popularized by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. Right? It takes 10,000 hours to be world class at something. Not good, but world class at something. But typically, you don't need to be one of the best in the world at something. Right? I think that there's a spectrum, and it's all based off how much time you spend doing something. Right? So if you do something for 100 hours, usually not bad. Not good, but not bad. You know, and there's a difference between good and not bad, right? Like, we won't laugh at you after 100 hours. Like, people won't make fun of you after 100 hours. And this goes for anything. Any of you guys who've ever played an instrument, you know, when you pick up the instrument and you practice for an hour a day for about 3 months, which is, you know, around 100 days, 90, 100 days, you will be not bad, right? If you pick up the guitar, you'll be able to play a song or two, maybe some open chords. You know, you ain't gonna be Jimi Hendrix, right? But you'll be able to, you know, do a little something after 100 hours. Now, 1,000 hours makes you good. 1,000 hours, oh, this guy's good. This guy's good. Maybe not good where like you do the shit and then bitches start fighting to suck your dick. You know, you're not gonna be that good, right? But you'll be like, oh, this guy's good. This guy's good, right? Now, 2,000 hours makes you really good. Like, you'll probably be better than almost everybody that you meet with 2,000 hours or something. 5,000 hours makes you amazing. This is when jaw dropping shit. This is when people won't believe it's real. Like, they can't believe you did it. You know, they'll just think you're lucky. 10,000 hours, one of the best. 20,000 hours makes you one of the best ever. And I ran this by some people who are like champions in their field. My boy, Derek Moneyberg, he trains with like a lot of like UFC championship champions. He's like super rich. So when he wanted to get into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, he started training with like some of the masters. And one of them was Hoist Gracie. And I was at Moneyberg's crib one day training with Hoist Gracie. And I ran this by him. I was like, man, how many hours do you think you spent practicing Brazilian jiu-jitsu? And he said, and we were just thinking it was like more than 20,000 hours, which is why he's the father of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And right, it makes you one of the best ever. But like to get rich, you probably don't even need 10,000 hours or 20,000 hours. You don't need to be one of the best ever to get rich, right? 20,000 hours, motherfuckers are making statues about you, man. Motherfuckers are writing about you. You in the history books. Like people will study you, right? You don't need to be. You probably don't need to be that good to get rich. So instead of thinking, oh, this is hard or I'm not good at this, just look at it by how many hours you spent on it. So what I do is when I'm tracking when I want to get good at something, I track how many hours I spend practicing that skill, not reading about it, practicing the skill, right? Learning and practicing are two different things. Not watching YouTube videos, not fucking listening to fucking somebody's podcast about it. I mean, like actually practicing the skill. And I track how many hours I spend working on it. But I also plan it out. How many hours I decide what skill level I want to obtain. And then I plan it out. So an hour a day, if you spend an hour a day, right? Boom. Okay, so you can get to 100 hours, right? You can get to not bad in 3 months if you spend an hour a day, right? 2 hours a day, you get there in about just under 2 months. 3 hours a day, you get to, not bad in a month. 4 hours a day in like less than a month, right? Now you're gonna see some of these numbers. I'm rounding in these numbers. So if you're a fucking math whiz or an Asian, right, don't fact check me on this shit. These numbers I'm rounding. All right. If you want to get good at something, well, an hour a day is going to take you like over 2.5 years to get good. You need 1,000 hours, right? So that's what I'm saying. I think people really underestimate how much time it takes to get good at something. 1,000 hours it takes to get like good, And most of y'all haven't spent that much time at anything, and you wonder why you're not good. But it's okay, right? It's okay. If you spend 2 hours a day, you can get there in like under 2.5 years, under a year and a half. If you spend 3 hours a day, you can get there in a year. 4 hours a day, you get there in eight months, right? This is why Kobe, he was practicing like 4 or 5 hours a day, right? So he's really like getting hours under his belt. That's why he's one of the greats, right? 2,000 hours a day, you want to be on some next level shit. Well, an hour a day is going to take you 5 years to get really good, And this is every day. This is weekends, your birthday, Christmas, this is every day. So if you're taking days off, you got to extend your time horizon. 2 hours a day, hey man, you can get really good in about 2.5 years, a little over that. 3 hours a day, you can get really good in 2 years. 4 hours a day, you can get really good in about a year and a half, little less than that, right? Now, let's say you want to be amazing at this thing, like fucking amazing, jaw dropping, panty dropping levels of skill. Well, it's going to take 13 years at an hour a day, right? 2 hours a day is going to take almost 7 years. 3 hours a day is going to take 4 years. 4 hours a day is going to take 3.5 years. We can just keep going. 1,000 out. If you want that 10,000 hours, that one of the best alive, 27 years at an hour a day, right? A little over 13 years at 2 hours a day. 3 hours a day is going to take you 9 years. 4 hours a day take you 6.8, almost 7 hours, 7 years, right? And this is why Malcolm Gladwell's book, he said that that 10,000 hours, it takes most people about 10 years to get there, right? Because regular people take days off, they go on vacations, shit like that, right? So it takes about 10 years for someone to be like one of the best ever. And that's averaging like a lot of hours per day, And if you want to be a legend, like a legit legend, well, even at 4 hours a day, it's going to take you 13 years, right? So you got an advantage if you start young. Now, here's the thing. Some of y'all may look at this and get discouraged, right? You may get super discouraged, but I get encouraged by that because, every time I want to learn a new skill, I get to this point where I always notice where I feel like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna get this. Like, I don't know if I can do this. You guys have probably been there, and this is probably where most of you guys quit. I don't feel like I'm gonna get it. But if you keep powering through, you kind of have a breakthrough, you know? And what helps me with this is I just look at, okay, how much time have I spent on this? Oh, and I'm like, oh, I'm not even supposed to be good yet. Or I'm not even supposed to be good yet. No wonder. And then that encourages me. So instead of the discouragement, I'm like, okay, I've only spent like, fucking 20 hours practicing this shit. I'm not supposed to be good yet. But a lot of you guys will try something. You won't even put in the 20 hours. You might try something once and be like, oh man, this ain't for me. And you'll look for something that's easier for you. But within reason, I don't think there's anything you can't get good at with 1,000 hours. Like anything. With quantum physics, guitar, motherfucking fucking surgery, like anything. I think 1,000 hours. I can't think of a skill that you can't get good at with 1,000 hours. Like even the most difficult things. And look, this is provided you have average intelligence. And when I say average, I literally mean average, like IQ of 100 or less. Now, this part might be discouraging. If 100 IQ is the average in America, then that means half of Americans are to the left of that bell curve. So you might have to, if you like in the 70s on IQ, that's mental disability range, that's like those hours may be better spent learning to walk correctly or but as long as you're a fucking average intelligence, and most of you probably are, right? That's how averages work. And so there's nothing you can't get good at, right? So just start tracking the hours and just look at them. When you get discouraged, look at the hours. Am I supposed to be good now? Depending on when it comes to the skill acquisition matrix. All right. Another thing that was fuck your whole game up. Number 6 is engaging in fucking debates with strangers. When people do it online, I think it's so fucking silly. Or even when I see it on like YouTube, like Jubilee and all this shit. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we just arguing with strangers? I know why Jubilee does it, right? Because it's good entertainment for people, right? But you should not be in the motherfuckers' comments arguing about shit with strangers. Who gives a fuck, right? It's a waste of time. But I've seen it derail people's whole days, or at least whole afternoons. So they waste hours debating with strangers over bullshit. And it's happened to me. Like I was, when I first got online, I have a rough background. I have a rough background. I have a history of violence, and I'm not used to people talking to me fucking crazy. And when I first started social media, I was ready to like find motherfuckers and fight them. Like I invited people to fight. I'm a little more mature right now. Most of the time, you can still, I'm still subject to being caught at a bad mood where I might flip out, and challenge you to a duel. And but for the most part, man, you don't want to fucking engage with these motherfuckers. They fucking strangers. Who cares what they think, man? You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen people waste a lot of time doing it. Or, one of the things my girlfriend finds entertaining is, she reads the comments on like Instagram, people, and I be forgetting to read comments, right? And unless it's on my shit, but like comments on like just other posts, and people will be arguing in posts, and it's entertaining. Like watching conflict is entertaining, but don't engage in it. You shouldn't be providing entertainment for my girlfriend in the comment section. Come on, man, get your shit together. Focus on the things that's important. Focus on accomplishing your goals, right? Not trying to convince other people that Trump is right or wrong or some shit, man. Just get the fucking money, man. Focus on getting the money, right? I've really seen it slow people down and fuck them shit up, right? Okay. Number 7 is I have a lot of them on here. I'm trying to pick the best one. Is let's go with number 7 is expecting a politician to fix your fucking life. That shit is almost, that's mental disability type shit. I can't say the word I really want to say because I'll get demonetized. But listen, politicians, they are not here to fucking save you or make your job or make your life better, right? They might do it, they might not. Who cares what happens? But okay, I don't want to say who cares what. They might do something to help you, like Trump lowered my taxes, right? You know, whatever. But the next Democrat, there's going to be another Democratic president at some point, and he's going to raise them, and this shit happens. Your job is to win no matter what. You live in first world country, and if you live in America, it's very, very, like, we almost never have wars here, right? Right. If you live in another country, you might have to worry about the politics, right? Because motherfuckers might start a war or some shit, you know. But if you live in America, man, it's super rare that you get a war here, right? So the what happens in your life is going to be 90% of it. It's going to be based off what you do, right? And it's not going to be based off who's in the White House or even who's in the Congress or in the Senate. Right? I'm not saying you shouldn't care about it or you shouldn't vote, you know. But I see people so fixated on the president. Like, I see people, like, I've met people with like Trump signs in their backyards and wearing the Trump hats, and that's fine. You know, you're allowed to do that, whatever. And then they'll talk, yelling at me about Trump, and I'll be like, name 3 senators. And they don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? They just expect Trump to fix everything. Listen, man, fuck that shit. What's going to change your life is what you do, your performance. And whatever happens, whatever laws get put in place or whatever policies get put in place, your job is still to win under any circumstances. Your job is to win, and you can do it. You can win under any circumstances, provided you live in a first world country and, you know, you got your wits about you, right? Focus on what you can control, and you can control a lot more than you think in your life. Right, the president can control what happens in the nation to a certain degree, but what happens in your life is going to be up to you, not who's in the White House. Right, it's going to be on who's in your house. So you should focus on that way more than what happens in the White House or the Congress or the Senate. Right now, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about those things. I'm not saying you to be oblivious to it, you know, but you definitely need to put more emphasis on exactly what you can do to change your life and improve your circumstances for you and your family. All right. It's very important, you know, which brings us to number 8, which is adjacent to number 7, is the next thing that'll fuck you up is focusing on things that you just can't control. Right. There's a lot of things going on in the world. A lot of them are bad. Right. A lot of them I wish would be different. But if I have very little say over what happens. There's very little I can do. You know, I'll do what I can, but there's very little I can do. So what I think is very important for you to focus on the things that are within your control. Almost like 90% of your energy just go there, maybe 95%. Of your energy go there, because it's very difficult for one person to change the whole world, but you can definitely change your world, right? And you're the only one who's going to do it. So I think it was Marky Marcus Aurelius in his book Meditations. He said, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to the effect of, don't let your emotions be controlled by outside circumstances or other people. Right. When you have control over your mind, and that's where you'll find true power. I'm super paraphrasing what Marky Mark said, right? But it's very important, man. Just focus on what you can control. You can't control other people. You can't control outside circumstances. And here's the thing, man. There's a lot of things that are going to happen in our bed, even in your life. In fact, your next tragedy is probably around the corner, right? Like your life is going to be a series of tragedies. And your job is to maneuver through those in a way where you can still succeed year after year and still come up. And you'll have some bad years, you'll have some bad weeks, some bad months, right? But just focus on the end goal and just keep doing what you can do, what's in your control, right? Do not be out here tripping over some other shit. Like for example, I get these messages sometimes. I'll be live and somebody, you'll say something about what's going on in Israel and Palestine. I'm like, I mean, yeah, you know, I would love for peace to happen in that region, right? And I'm sympathetic to what's happening to the people there. At the same time, I have almost no control over that shit, like no control except for my vote. Like that's literally it. I don't think there's anybody in the White House, the Senate, and I definitely don't think Benjamin Netanyahu is watching my IG live thinking like, you know what, man, I don't know. Let's see what King Keto's saying, because I think he might have some insight on how we should behave in the region. I just don't believe that, right? So I focus on what I can control. You know, I focus on what I can, and you can control a lot more than you think. But like focusing on shit that's outside of your control, it's almost a waste of energy. It's almost a waste of energy. You can still have compassion for people, but like putting all your emphasis on that, it's like it's not going to be helpful for you or your family. Right? Put more emphasis on what you can control. Right? Which brings me to number 9. Always, what fucks people up is they never protect the downside. What I mean by that is you always want to have plans and contingency plans for like worst case scenario. This is very important because there's going to be tragedies in your life. Your life is going to be, there's going to be a lot of good things that happen, but there's also going to be series of unfortunate events, like tragedies. Everyone you know is going to die, right? There's going to be disasters, natural disasters. There's going to be economic disasters. And you need to like prepare for these things in advance. And a lot of that comes down to, you know, stacking as much money as possible, right? Really stacking your money. And because you can I can't think of a problem that you can't fix or improve, or at least improve with enough money, right? So you want to prepare for these things in advance. You want to have money on the sidelines. And a lot of times you'll be able to take advantage of opportunities if it's economic things, right? But there's going to be natural disasters. You know, I live in Florida, man. There's going to be some hurricanes. Shit is going to happen. You know, when I lived in New York, man, we had fucking hurricanes in New York, right? If you live in California, there's going to be some earthquakes, right? You think the last one was the last one? No, man, that shit's going to keep happening. Like you always got to be prepared for shit to go south. And that's not only being prepared financially, but being prepared physically. You want to take care of your health, right? Because if you have a health problem, then, you know, if you are in better shape, you'll be better equipped to handle it. Right? If there's some violence going on, you want to be like strong enough and or fast enough to either diffuse the situation or take evasive action. All right. But if you all fat, you ain't gonna be able to run. Right? If there's a bear chasing us, man, I ain't even got to outrun the bear. I just got to outrun you. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be prepared for anything, like really prepare for anything straight up. Because shit is going to go down in your lifetime. Like there's no version of reality where your life is going to be an unbroken boulevard of green lights. There's no version of reality that's going to happen. And here's the thing. When bad things happen, if you're prepared for them, they won't become tragedies. You get what I'm saying? Like if you are prepared for them, they won't become tragedies. Like a lot of times, I've seen people, I've talked to people whose family members got sick and the family had to pay for everything. Now they bankrupt, right? Like this bad thing became a tragedy, a financial tragedy. It ruined people financially. It didn't have to. You get what I'm saying? Right? I've seen people lose their homes or lose their savings or even their lives, but just because they weren't prepared for the bad things. You always got to be prepared for the bad, for the downside. You always got to have backup plans, plan Bs, and ways to handle things, right? Like I try to be as prepared for anything as possible, right? Whether it's economics collapse, natural disasters, health. Someone in my family needs help. Like you want to be super prepared for everything, and that way it won't turn into a tragedy. And because tragedies significantly slow you down when it comes to accomplishing your long-term goals, they slow you down and set you back. But if you're prepared for them, then they're kind of just speed bumps, and you can get back on and keep going. It's very important, right? Which brings me to number 10. Number 10, biggest mistake I see people make. One of the biggest mistakes is not prioritizing making money. I see people saying shit like, "Oh, money's not important. I just want to be happy," and that's straight up cope, right? Because money's not supposed to make you happy, right? Like money and happiness, they don't even have to be. They're two different things. Happiness is an emotion. Financial abundance is a condition. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be happy if you're poor. You can be happy if you're rich. I'd rather be happy and rich. Like you don't get money to be happy. You get money to take care of your family. You get money to be prepared for disasters. You get money so you can take advantage of opportunities. You get money so you can live more comfortably. You get money so you can pass it down to your children so they have better lives, so that you can give them the best education, right? Happiness ain't got nothing to do with that. Like you can do it to be happy if you want, right? But I don't think you should get money to be happy. I think you should be happy and make money, right? Like your emotions are your responsibility, not inanimate objects like money. You know, I when somebody says, "Man, money won't make you happy," I'm like, yeah, it's not supposed to, right? That's as ridiculous as if somebody said, "Man, I want to buy a cat," and I say, "Yo, the cat won't cook you breakfast." I'm like, what the fuck? They got nothing to do with each other, right? That's how I feel when I hear you guys say money won't make you happy. They're two different subjects. Financial abundance and happiness are two different subjects, right? You need to prioritize financial abundance because it's going to make your life easier. It will help you prepare for disasters that are going to come. You're going to experience a lot of disasters. It help you take advantage of opportunities. It help you provide for your family, provide the best resources for your children, put them in a better position to succeed. You got to take it super seriously. Don't let people minimize the importance of financial success. Just don't let people do it. It's not real. It's not reality. It's not how the world works. All right. You got to prioritize it. All right. If you want some help with that, I got a free ebook that'll show you how to make money the way I did, the way I made my first $1 million as an online trainer. Right. And I made my first $1 million as an online trainer, multiple millions. And then I've helped other people build successful online fitness business too, about 15,000 people. And I got a free ebook called the 7-Day AI Action Plan for Online Trainers. And it's going to really show you how to utilize AI in a way where you can build your personal training business more rapidly, right? Show you how to use AI to actually grow your following. Show you how to use AI to actually get more clients, make more sales, and show you how to train people with AI, train your clients with AI so they get better results and save you time, right? You want to be leveraging new technology, right? And that's a free ebook. The link is in the description, right? I think we got a super chat. Oh, what about it?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We have Huey. Can you email me or pin a link to the baller mindset course you had back in the day, or the other course that was similar that talked about going from broke to comfortable? Much respect. Keep it going.
Thanks,
Nima
brother.
actually sent the link in the chat already.
Hey,
It's also always in the description.
Yeah, and it's free. It's free. It's a free Baller Mindset course. It's 100% free. You want to check that out. All right, guys, man, this has been another episode of Victory Talk Podcast. Hope you found it entertaining and informational and entertaining and educational. All right, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to 5. I haven't given up yet. I ain't got enough hours at getting it to 5. That's why I'm not good at it yet. I need more hours. That's all. I'll let y'all be.